And we are live, baby. Greetings, most honorable listeners and masters of the martial arts. I am Travis.
And I'm Chris.
And I'm Big Los.
And this is CTE, and this is going to be an experience for you. And as you guys can tell, we have here the promoter of the Pro Point, Mr. Josh Horowitz. How you doing, Josh?
Man, could be better. And thank y'all for having me on the show. I can't wait to hear all the good, the bad, and the ugly about the show from y'all. So, because I know y'all.
Hey, man, we got to keep it real. That's what.
But hey, you got time for me to go change my pants? Because Carlos liked those pants. I got to go change them.
So you go.
He took it.
We got to get the
power away. We teach that. We teach to take the power away. You took the power
All right, let's
away.
get to the music real quick. The music for today is. Let's see if it plays.
Really?
All right, we got no music. All right.
Trev,
I don't know, man.
That was your horn? Your horn was getting it? That was you?
Nah, that wasn't me. No, it wasn't me on the horn. Now, you heard me on the horn, y'all have been, y'all have been grooving.
Get a chair.
Oh shoot! All right.
Look who I found.
Look who came up in this joint.
A little bitty thing.
I know that walk anywhere.
Doom.
Yeah, you come walking in like yo.
Pit
bull coming off the leash. Yeah, he coming in here. All right. Let's. All right.
You got the comfy chair.
Oh yeah.
There.
All right. What we got? Is Mom walking the comments first? Nah, it's Rashad. What up, Rashad?
What's up, Rashad? I got to kick it with him a little bit. I like Rashad.
Rashad, he's a funny dude.
He's a good dude. Period.
Oh,
but yeah,
hilarious. He's a great guy. He's done some stuff with us for OS and some stuff. We did some form stuff with him for our other kids tournament coming up with Trickin', and he helped us out with that. He's just a good guy.
That's awesome.
Hey, do I
look one thing before we start up and start talking about Pro Point? One real quick thing. Can anybody please explain to me what was going on in this? What was he thinking?
I saw this earlier. Hey,
I'm sorry. I don't get it.
What is it? Is it like a skateboard?
It's a one wheel.
Oh, that's not good.
That is just, but his leg gets stuck on this thing and it starts riding out. I'm sorry, man. That's hilarious to me. His leg getting stuck on that thing and there's a ride.
That's crazy.
But anyway, that's a good way to start this whole thing. Welcome. How did you guys enjoy? From you guys' perspective, you guys were there 100% in person. Josh, how did you feel, about throwing your first Pro Point event?
So I've luckily had this conversation a few times. I feel like I have a good little quick synopsis. I could not be more happy with the way the fighters experienced the event. For one small thing I saw was I have kids and I love kids. I love teaching kids, but there was no kids there. So there's no distractions, no forms, no music. Like the fighters had to connect. We had a couple catered meals. They all sat together and talked. Like it was just like a man's like vacation, man. We just had a great time hanging out, talking. So the fighters experience, I feel, was one of the best. And that was one of my goals, is to make them feel like elite athletes, like they deserve to be. So I was incredibly happy with that. So I love that part of it. The production side is incredibly, I was very ignorant to a lot of things. I had a lot of things set up that didn't work, that I didn't realize wouldn't work. For example, displaying the time on the screen. We had that set up in our OBS system, but we ran it and it worked. But if you paused it, it paused the whole show. So the overlay, we need another program for the overlay. So we had a lot of things that were supposed to work that didn't work. But I know next time we'll fix them. But overall, man, it was some of the best fighting I've seen in point fighting in a long time. It was intense. It was awesome.
The mic over the fighter.
Oh yeah. So another big negative was just a lot of, we have some awesome videographers. They never done as much live. They get to go back and edit or stop and fix. And we had the broadcasters volume pumped up more and the fight volume pumped down way low. Like you couldn't hear the shots. There's some really good shots and it took away a lot from the visual experience. When I watched it back, I was like, oh man, we missed the mark huge on that. But that's an easy fix. I didn't know. I didn't know that when they said, hey, we're going to put the commentators at 80%. I didn't know that. Now it makes sense to me. But before I didn't know that everything else would be down to 20%. I thought they would still hear the hit. So I was a mistake on my end too. So I learned from that. That was a big one on our notes.
Chris, you were in the building. How did you enjoy it?
Yeah, I liked it. Like Josh said, there were some shots that you could hear that were just while you were live in there that were like, oh, that's good. It made it look like, for me at least, it was like old school super fights that didn't get stopped and broken up as much. So like I really enjoyed that part of it. Fights were good, matchups were good. I thought it was going pretty good.
All right,
but them shots though, some of them shots, man, these dudes were throwing. These dudes were throwing.
Yeah. So from my perspective, there's two big things about our fighters. A lot of our point fighters can throw down. You know, they really can. They can take shots. They can give shots. And B, fighters will do what they feel the judge will give them points for, right? So if they're getting points for a back fist that don't rechambered, they're going to do it. They're going to do whatever they're getting points for. So I think they show that they can make adjustments. And once again, our fighters have evolved, but our sport hasn't. And the fighters are to do what they're getting rewarded for. And so our guys felt like they had to hit a little harder and throw better combos. So they did. So I thought it really highlighted our athletes just aren't point fighters. And Bailey blew me away by his power. I'll tell you what, that boy's hitting hard.
Yeah, he can. Los, how did you enjoy the at-home experience?
So honestly, I mean, I watched the whole thing and I was really impressed with the fighters. I'm usually rather critical sometimes, but I was really impressed with all of them. I thought they all fought really, really well. And I thought they all fought really, really hard, which sometimes when you see that type of contact happen, you see a lot of people kind of shy away from it or kind of back away from it. These guys was kind of accepting it and kind of going back at it. And it was clean too. It wasn't a lot of sloppiness. So I thought overall the fighters did really, really well. Within the fights.
I thought the Saturday fights, I enjoyed the Saturday fights more than I did the Friday fights. Yeah. The Zach and Sergio fight.
Yeah, Zach and Sergio fight was
that fight. I was like, okay, yeah. That one on Friday night was going.
Yeah, that was
really
that
good.
was A1.
That could have been a Saturday night
really
fight just
fight.
Because,
yeah, that was, and it was interesting to me because the Saturday ones, the way everything fell in the bracket. To me, if you were to match the 8 up, was the correct matchup. The Blake and Bailey fight to me was like the correct matchup. The Christian and Ryan both being bigger was the correct matchup. If you look at it from that standpoint. So like how things fell and Robbie being the seasoned vet and getting the wild card person coming in, like how everything fell in place to me felt like the right first round
structure order.
It worked out. Everything worked out perfectly. Agreed.
Yeah. So because those fights were so close, and especially and it just watching them, they were just very, very entertaining. And that on Saturday, but the Friday to me, I think you could see the difference in the fighters. From Friday to Saturday.
Well, that's why you have wild cards and seeds, right? Who wants to try to earn their way to that seeded position? You know.
Yeah.
I thought John Cortula looked sharp, dude. His counter hooks. He was hitting people with those things, man. I may not be able to tell him on TV, but as came, we were there. He was checking them whenever they blitzed. He was catching them real good.
Yes, he was.
All right, so let's get into. So let me. First off, look, who were the sponsors for this? Because y'all had something interesting with this, with everybody wearing top 10. So, like, who were the sponsors for the Pro Point?
Yeah, so we had mainly, it was OS TV, and it was the Dojo, and it was Fighters Inc. In top 10.
Okay, so I was curious because I saw that and I was like, oh shoot, they got everybody, and that was kind of interesting to me, which is something I've always thought about, if to sponsor certain events that everybody has to wear that gear or whatever the case may be.
We would have had it, branded Pro Point, but our timeline, they were like a couple weeks too short to be able to get that done. We would have started a little earlier in the process.
You were going to have the top 10 gear be Pro Point gear?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay.
That's the branding and everything. Yeah. Now,
go ahead, Chris.
I had one thing that I'm happy I bit my tongue about. I thought the small ring, I thought it was really small. Like when you guys said it was going to be 21 feet, I thought it was going to be a big ring because I was working with Sergio and we were working a couple little things and we mapped out and we were and then when I got there I was like, yo, that's small. I'm not sure, but the way that the fights fell, the way that the scoring was called, the way that the fighting happened, being in that small ring rather than the more open space turned out to be just a like a blessing. Like it worked out so well. I was like, ooh. Good job. Don't say nothing. Good job. Great.
I felt the same way. So we had a special ordered mat that I ordered 12 weeks ago that didn't come in. I was very frustrated with that. So when I bought the vinyl to lay that down, I was like, oh, damn, this is small. I was like, but when I got it and moved around, I was like, okay, it's not that bad,
right.
Taking those corners out. So we've talked about making it 22 feet, though. What are your thoughts, Chris? Should we make it a foot bigger would make it?
I think a foot bigger would be there because that way we could the only thing that we'd be cutting out would be the outside of the extra squares. So you'd still get all the inside. But I mean, other than that, I wouldn't do much. I wouldn't do much more than that.
Perfect. I appreciate that because that was one of my laundry lists is like, okay, if I go bigger, I just want to go a little bit bigger because I like the action. But
yes. And the way that the fighting turned out to be in that atmosphere, making it a big ring takes that away from, especially the lightweights. It may be a little small for heavyweights though, because you get somebody, Cam and anybody else like that. That's a phone booth for them guys.
That's a little bit, and then kickers need space. So I thought maybe 1 foot bigger would make that ring, I think the perfect size. So, but we'll play with that. But that's good feedback. Though. I appreciate that.
All right, Los.
I was gonna say Ben Stewart has something he had put up in the comments.
Yeah,
Which one? You want the first one or the second one? The second one's long.
Second one. Oh well, yeah. Never mind. Just put the first one. I'll read the second one.
Well, the first one is just open to some feedback. Number one, great first show. I know this was very hard to get it right, and I know it's all going to improve. But that's just the first thing, because the second thing is really where we hide in people's faces now. Jesus. All right, Ben. All right, this is a Pro Point but not scoring showed. Considering using the Waco continuous point scoring system so that viewers can see scores even if you don't want competitors to see. If not your vision, then it's important you announce the actual scores. You did Friday night, then on Saturday it stumbled a bit, then it just scrapped it. Point fighting need a score, especially if there's no knockouts.
Man, couldn't agree more. So I was going to read the scores off, and then Ray Thompson said, Josh, that was real confusing. I'm like, dude, I couldn't even get it off my tongue. It was like round 1 score, round 2 score total. Like it was a lot of numbers. And so there's a couple things. I'm torn both ways. As a fighter, I want to know the score. As a spectator, I think there's some drama that's created when you don't know the score. And I'm going to keep saying this I'm trying to create something. We're trying to create something that's not just for the really studious point fighter, but also for maybe an average karate person. I keep using my wife. She can watch a fight and she can get caught up on a certain point. Like, why'd they give that point? I don't understand. And she'll stop watching the fight and be talking to me like, I don't understand why they called that point. It didn't make any sense to me. Just like there's a few fights, people are like, man, I thought so-and-so won. I thought so-and-so won. And they got caught up on the final score. So people get caught up on points. I don't want them to get caught up on points and get distracted by the fight. I want them to focus on the fight. But we're not ruling it out. We're not ruling out showing scores. We didn't have the technology on this event. And maybe I could look into using the Waco scoring system. Maybe a great one to use. So, but we're definitely open to it because I know there's some advantages to you guys knowing the score, but also it keeps you on your toes, not knowing. You're like, I wonder what they're thinking. I wonder where they're leading. So,
well, I mean, to me, some of them are like thinking they're ahead and they're not.
Right.
And I thought that happened this weekend. A few people thought they were ahead and then end up losing the fight. And it's like, well, and it also brings a level of tension.
Right.
For
you
me,
gotta fight.
when I watch people fight, and are they coming back? And it gets
how is it being scored? Well, I mean, it's like most of the combat sports. It's like boxing. It's like MMA. It's like you have your scoring system, and each judge gets to score on what they want to score, and then you basically kind of give the round to one or the other based upon principles of point fighting. I mean, I can see that because no other professional level contact sport does any kind of scoring until the end of the fight, where they get those all turned in.
They do it for a reason,
Right.
So my thing is, like, we have to find a way to be different. Because we don't have knockouts. So how you judge somebody, for me, the scoring is a big part of it because we don't have knockouts. And if we don't have knockouts, then determining how someone wins is really dependent on that particular score. And we need to know what that score is. Even if we know the score in between rounds, we still need to know that score going into it because it gives you that level of
as a fighter or spectator.
Both. Because it was times I was getting lost in thinking, just watching the fight and not thinking about who might be winning. Like I was just kind of just sitting there and like, okay, I wasn't thinking who was actually winning the fight. I was just watching the fight as opposed to getting on my like anticipation that this is 2 minutes. We're almost 30 seconds left. Can they come back?
Did you caught up in watching the fight? Is it a bad thing or? Like that's one of my things. Like,
so I'll be honest. Here's my thing. I was into the fight, and because I wasn't calling the points though, I was watching the actual fight, right? So I was into the actual the fight. Who seemed to be the one that was the aggressors, hitting with solid shots, who was really following up after. So I was kind of watching that as opposed to like scoring the point as a person was hitting first or hitting second or whatever, right? So I kind of get what Josh is saying is like that's what I was into. Like if I would have seen the points and stuff, that probably would have kind of had me knowing who was winning. But ideally, I was already picking my winner from just watching the fight itself. That was my perspective.
But it also leads into questions of who actually won and disagreeing with the actual judges, because the judges are looking at points while you're looking at who threw 3 or 4 combinations after it.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like that makes a difference. If somebody's getting hit 3-4 times, but they scored a clean shot first and then pop, people will be thinking that person should win this particular fight.
There was a lot of that too. So you go ahead, Josh. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, you're good. Go, Los.
I'll say there was some times in the fight where you'll see someone get hit first, but the other person was following up with more technique. So now you don't know who actually got the point. Did you get the point to the person that hit first, which is supposed to be point fighting, or the one that followed up with techniques after, right? So that, I guess, will be kind of one of the things that we will have to. But then if you do that, you have to break every single time.
Right.
Education of the scoring system, I did a poor job on really getting that out there. We put the rules out there, but we wanted to shoot videos and explain things. So it's supposed to be the first clean point. And once again, the ref will call break when he sees it, but y'all can call points whenever you see a clean technique. So Zach kick on Speedy that when I watched it back, honestly, I saw, and everyone thought it landed. 2 of the judges were on the kick's backside. Only 1 was on the front side. So like, it was a beautiful kick, but you just don't know when everything lands clean. It's hard to see. So I do believe that there is needs to be some more education on the scoring system. The judges trained a ton, and honestly, when I was a little critical of them, but when I go back and watch the fights, and I would love for y'all to do the same thing. I'd love to send y'all a fight and y'all score it, and I think you'll realize, I mean, they may have made a couple mistakes, but they were pretty consistent on who should have won. I was really happy. I thought there should have been more breaks at times. I thought there should have been more points scored when I originally watched it. But when I watched it back from a judge's perspective, sitting in their seat, man, we did it today. I did it with Devin. But Chad and Enrique fight everyone said, man, Chad got ripped off on that one. And I watched it, and I thought Chad won the first round. When I called specific points from my viewpoint, I had Enrique winning the second round. I really did. Chad was the aggressor, but Enrique had scored first and clean more in the second round. So in my mind, it was 1 round to 1 round, and that was a split decision. So I was like, the judges had it pretty spot on. They really did.
I think with that fight, the only thing was when you read the score, they only gave Chad 1 point in the first round. And I think that's what kind of turned it to wait. What are now? We don't know what anyone's calling. Now we don't know. Right.
That could be angled. It could be in the backside of Chad. They only saw his backside. You know, so that
Right.
could have been
No. I get it. And and I'll have to, like I said, I want to go back. I want to watch it back because that was the one fight that instantly stood out of my mind because in the first round, and the only thing that I have, decisions are decisions, and that's up to the judges. But 1 point, he only earned 1 point in that first round. I was like, he hit that was a lot of violence and that was a lot of scoring for 1 point. Like I was like, I just wanted to know what, and for me, and my learning perspective, I want to know what that point was, so to emulate and to move forward and to find that formula.
All right, Josh.
That was it.
All right. So how did you come up with the idea for Pro Point?
Man. So, Ernest, I have a couple guys in my life that have always invested in me. Ernest is one of them. And he always makes me think bigger. If I have something, he always kind of makes me think bigger than I'm thinking. And we were to throw a little tournament and we were like, what if we had some different ideas about, okay, what's the biggest issue tournament is judging. I said, what if we brought in 8 fighters, paid for their weights, and they fought first? And then we had these fighters who could also judge, be our main judges. So we got them there. So we kind of started with let's get the main event first. Get when they're early to watch it, and then we can use those guys to judge. It kind of started there, and then Ernest kept challenging me, and actually Devin and Kitana were in on this process early on too, talking about this event. And we actually about a year and a half ago, maybe longer, I had called Cam and talked to him about it. I remember I was shooting some ideas by Raw. I was like, and then I was like, you know what? I want to make point fighting a pro sport. And Ernest said, Josh, what separates pros from amateurs are paid contracts. That's it. Like, well, that's easy. We could do that. Now we can't guarantee a lot of money at first, but we can at least treat them like real athletes and give them a guaranteed contract. So I was like, you know what? If cup stacking and ping pong is a professional sport, there's no reason we can't make point fighters have a professional sport. And then my goal is to make it a respected professional sport, not just people who fall down to avoid contact or turn their head when they punch. So my next goal is to make it a respected sport because none of y'all fight like that, but a lot of point fighters do, and that's why they're considered soft. So it's kind of, in a nutshell, how it originated.
All right. Chris, Los? Nothing?
No.
All right. Why are they shirtless? Wait, what's the shirtless stuff?
So Ernest is our like a commish, and we just talked about that. I know we could be different, but we talked about we didn't want to put him in a cage or a ring on purpose. We weren't trying to get away from. There's enough knockout sports out there. You probably heard me say that. We're trying to be different, timing, speed, but also want to showcase that these are real athletes. So, and all those guys look like real athletes, So, talking with Ernest, he said no headgear, no shirts. I'm like, let's go. So that's kind of more of it wasn't as much thought put into it, but and all the fighters were down with it. So I'm not sure if all the heavyweights will be down with it, but. That's
why I was just curious. Like the heavyweights are next, so I mean, there's gonna be some bellies out there. So I'm just curious as to do they have to fight?
Big country, baby, big country, man. You're all right.
The middleweights, not because of that, but we were talking about a middleweight. We're talking about more weight classes because heavyweight, that type of fighting.
My man, you said 170. Like I would be 170, and I mean, I got no problem fighting Cam, but like me and Cam fighting at 170 and 2 whatever, that's a big gap.
Just a little bit. So we're going to break up weight class. I had envisioned in my mind what it was going to look like, and honestly, it was a little bit more violent than I thought, which I'm okay with. And I do think a few adjustments in the ring size, and when you go back and I can't wait till y'all go back and watch it and count points. I think you'll have a good perspective. It changed mine totally than when I was just watching it for entertainment. But I really do think we'll make some adjustments and it'll make it even a little bit more clean. Like I'm not saying I'm doing these things, but here's some ideas. A kick minute, like in kickboxing, you got to at least 6 kicks a fight. You just can't go there and blitz the whole time. I want to show that we're well-rounded martial artists, right? Throw some kicks in there. I thought about like old continuous rules. Maybe after 3 punches, if the exit with a kick or break, you just can't start open punches. So we have some different rules that keep that. I'm not saying we're going to do that. We're talking about to try to just make what we have better. But also, I don't want to get too rule heavy either.
Yes, Ben, I remember. Punch me in my eye. No, Ben's last comment.
Oh,
we fought in that super fights in Atlanta like way long time ago. All heavyweights and me.
Oh, yes. All right. Let me see.
Man, I know how much work y'all did into the production. I think that's the one thing, because I was in live, I didn't get to watch it. Than the production was. I'm really looking forward to kind of coming back and seeing it.
Yeah, I mean, me personally, I thought for your first show, like the way you guys did it, I thought you guys did actually a really good job. Like it did look professional. It had a real, to me, it had a really good look to it. And again,
Them cameras were nice, bro. Them
I'm a
cameras
very,
were nice.
I'm a very critical person too, so I'm just looking for stuff. Like, oh, I was impressed with how well you guys put that together. So, congratulations, kudos to you.
Well, your opinion matters a lot to me, Lois. We've been friends for a while, so we've talked
Yes,
plenty of
sir.
times when we each other. So, and I know you'll tell me the truth too. So I appreciate it. But I promise it's going to be even better. I had so many graphics, so many tell the tape, right? So I didn't think to hardwire a monitor to Alex and Ernest on their table, right? So they couldn't see the teletape because it was on the backstage monitor. So then I put a laptop with a live event, but there's a delay. So I was like, so it's just like stupid stuff that I'm like, I didn't know to think about. That next time they'll have a monitor hardwired to the main computer and they'll see things whenever they post them up so they can read them and follow them. So a lot of little mistakes like that, I just, that next time I'll be able to fix and make it look even better.
Absolutely.
All right.
So Cam,
let me get to the controversial topic. Let me add a question.
Go ahead.
Yeah. All right. So did the virtual fight tour put a fire under you guys since you created this back in Pro Point, did it put a fire under you guys to get this thing done now as opposed to waiting until after COVID, or because you guys worked on the first virtual fight tour and then boom, the Pro Point comes out after that?
Great question, man. So Jesse called me about the first one. I said, I'm all in. And we talked about what I had thoughts on Pro Point back in the day. And it definitely, Jesse's an influential guy, man. He's a motivating guy. And Alex and I started talking like, let's just bring back, we talked about Pro Point, let's give it a shot. So Jesse was the first person I told, outside, said, hey, listen, just want to get you to know, so here's what we're going to do. I was very upfront with him because I respect Jesse tremendously, and I love what he's doing. Cam's fight with him next Saturday at his event. So Ryan's fought at his event. So, but no, it definitely was. He helped, give me the courage to try something too, because he's doing it. And we had this idea, but we never kicked it off for long. We had the logo created a year and a half ago. We started down the road. We just never did anything with it. So he definitely was a good motivation for me. And we talked Sunday after the fights, and he gave me some great feedback, some honest feedback. And so I respect that dude tremendously, and I wish him nothing but the best of luck, and I'll always support him.
So this is my only thing about it, right? For the history of our sport, we've always been so divided. And now that we have both leagues are coming up at the same time, it's kind of going to, at one point, it might end up forcing people to buy one weekend and not the other weekend and stuff like that, as opposed to if we both were like working together, that the sport would grow faster in it. Because I think some of the things that you guys did was great. Just from just the look, the professionalism of it, the branding, all of that stuff. And then some of the things that Jesse and them are doing over Virtual Fight Tour, I think kind of helps with where you guys and the stories of the fights and everything like that, and the marketing of how they were doing it. And for me, I'm always like, all right, if there's a way that these two organizations actually worked off each other, helped each other to grow, that would be the best way of doing it. Because our sport, you guys have been in it, 20, 30, 40 years, however long we've been doing this thing. And we've known that there's been these backyard issues. But even with promoter to promoter in the same league where they have issues with each other and they're like, I'm not really going to work with that. And I just don't want it to get to that point where these two entities are fighting each other so we can be the best. You know what I mean?
No, I get it, man. NFL didn't have XFL. Nothing lasts. There can't be in professional sports. There's hardly ever. I mean, boxing has like the WBC and the
IBF,
everything, IBF, WBO, WBA, and everything else.
So they've done an okay job at it. But I'm not ruling anything out, man. Jesse's a friend of mine, and so it was nothing to trying to compete with him or compete against him. It was more like, hey, Jesse motivated me to have a dream of doing a while back, making Point Frank pro sport. Let's go on. even on our phone call, he's like, hey, maybe we can collab one day together. I'm like, hey, let's talk. So I'm not against it at all.
So Josh, I do
ahead.
have a question. So ideally, would you say pro point is more of like a weight class thing or an individual matchup thing? Because I look at Justice as more like an individual matchup type of event, where when I watch this and listen to you guys speak about what you plan for the future, yours is kind of like pooling like the weight classes together as a weight class event as opposed to an individual event. Is that kind of like the platform where you guys are looking to kind of do with the pro point?
Yeah, that's the goal right now, is because that does make it different. And Pride had it back in the day, the old, tournament down. So that was our goal, is to keep that up. Females is going to be harder, right? Because there's not as many depth in the female league. So, but right now, tournaments are our main goal, 8-man tournaments. I've talked to financially, it was a lot to put it on, and I didn't know. I want to get y'all's opinion. Is it worth keeping the wild card fights on, or should I just go for a main card? Or should
I would say go for the main card. I would say just go straight for the main card, because you have a better quality of fights at that particular juncture, and you don't have to worry about someone doing, going through that. I mean, in essence, if it was like I don't even know how to put it. Like if it's like a feeder into the next one, you know what I mean? To get into like. We have an eight.
We have an 8-man tournament. We only have 7 seeded. If you guys fight the month before, and the winner of that moves into the next month,
and there's a storyline behind it. Those people are trying to get into this league that we have, that we're set up. That like these people are trying to fight to get into the league. That makes more sense as opposed to the night before and then throwing that person in there to do 2 rounds after they just fought. Like especially with us. We've been known not to to run out of gas very quickly because we're not used to fighting multiple rounds like that. And then so to have a tournament before and then going into it, maybe. But I personally, it gives us a little bit more credence and trying to market 15 people. That's
all the graphics you have to create for 15 people.
Yeah, that's what we're saying. Like that's the thing. If you did it the month before or whatever, that fed the one into that, and you built the storyline and dropped it in and popped it. Yeah.
I might end up doing this, but partner up with NASCA. Make NASCA. I hate to say it, but almost not a farm league, but a NASCA event where that's how the wild card earns a spot. Maybe it's a pro point event at a NASCA tournament. I'm not trying to put anything out. Or I want to just lift the sport up. I didn't do this trying to squash NASCAR or get rid of virtual fight tour. I just did this because I always try to make the sport better. And so I would be I don't mind partnering with anybody on anything to make the sport better. So they talked about that. Cam had some great ideas about having more of a championship, right? Have like 2 8-man tournaments, or 3 8-man tournaments, or whatever it is, or maybe 2. I don't know how it is, but and you lead to the 3rd or 4th event in the championship, right? Almost like a little season. Almost like they do, and maybe you can stagger. Heavyweight season overlaps the middleweight season, overlaps the lightweight season. So they actually have an off season to recover. But then, so he had some great ideas about how to make it. People get bought into the records and the fights in like that season.
All right, hey Cam, you ready to talk? Because you got a fight coming up this weekend, buddy.
You already know that. I came to sit down. I'm punch him in.
Like, yeah, all right. How was it? Let's talk about Jarrell. Jarrell came back, was the mystery fighter. Got you out there training him. How was that?
It was good, man. Just to restore that relationship, man. That's what we needed. A lot of people go through so much karate and absorb their life that they forget that real life be going on. So, we done been through a lot, as brothers on and off the mat. So, after losing, our dad, we really had to get that thing right. So, it was a lot of blows involved in getting that thing right, but, we got it right.
Cool. Love to see that, man. I was glad to see that. I ain't gonna lie. Chris told me, he was like, yo, I know who the mystery fighter is. And I said, oh, really? I'm not gonna say it, but okay. So I'm like, all right, that's gonna be interesting. I'm just glad to see him back out there ready to fight. So that was dope to see that Jarrell was getting back out there.
Yeah, man.
I know you've been training ready for Virtual Fight Tour 3 this weekend down in Texas. When are you flying out? Are you going out there like the day before? Or are you flying out before
the day before, Friday?
Okay. Normal fight, normal tournament stuff. Ready?
How long you staying here?
I'll be here till Friday. I'll link with you.
Y'all go make. I don't like to get outside. Y'all gonna make me come up to. I just like to chill, not do much, stay in my house, be a director. I ain't really want to do nothing. Y'all gonna make me have to get out. But all right, man, we're gonna have to move on because I know we got our next guest. They came on and then it looks like they done disconnected already. Yeah. But you guys got any parting shots, Josh, Cam?
What's your predictions for the fight, Chris?
Which fight?
My fight.
Cam.
Yeah.
I already stated mine. I predicted to beat.
What'd you say?
Oh, it's Cam. You.
Oh no, I got Cam all day.
What'd you say, Travis?
It's Los. I mean, it's you, Cam.
His name is Los.
Los gonna come up. No. It's Cam. Cam. I see you winning. I Chance is too unpredictable to stay for 3 rounds.
He got 2 hands and 2 feet, so he got a chance.
Yes, he does. I'm just saying.
Here we go. This that Bill Belichick talk right there. 2 hands, 2 feet. You got a chance. Come on, man.
No, but he does certain things that take him out of the winning time, championship time. When I watch him fight, I think he has like a lot of potential, a lot of talent, but he does certain things that gets him out of the winnings, being disciplined enough to win. He'll throw something crazy and then waste a lot of energy. But another person's going to be fighting on this card here.
Mimi,
what's up?
I was scared. I was scared.
That was the intro. Jumping in.
That was it.
I just
right
been
here.
working out and I'm tired and I was enjoying the conversation.
Another person gonna be joining in on there.
That's Stink Boy.
Hey, you gotta
Love,
unmute
love.
yourself though, Lump.
He's slow.
There you go.
He get hit in the head a lot.
Love.
Not by you.
Shut up.
Cam,
I have no idea what this interview is about to do.
why y'all not asking me about my predictions? I give you mine.
You just got on.
You ain't gotta ask you that.
I give you mine. That man said that man got
You
2
know
hands.
it. As soon as I touch
got a
down, I
chance.
got you.
I know you do. You know I'm on it. I already know what time it is.
I got your back. Don't even worry about it.
Join the Winners Club.
Oh man.
God.
You better be ready, Becky.
Oh man.
You coming to Texas, Cam? You better be ready for real.
No,
As
you
long as
better
it's
be
concrete,
ready.
I'm comfortable.
I know he is.
What do you say, Cam?
As long as it's concrete on the ground, I'm comfortable. We good.
Absolutely, brother. Absolutely. I get it.
Silent lose. Yeah,
Don't
Josh.
worry.
Josh,
It's all
congrats
good.
on that point fight. That was congratulations on you guys. That was definitely something big. Excited. Yeah. I don't know about that 8-man thing. I think you should keep it at 2 weekend. It gets you pumped up and ready for Saturday.
Well, we got to get you in it, man. God, you would.
I know. We'll be there soon. You know.
Good.
We're not gonna try to hit the rewind button and try to redo it and make different decisions. But
We'll work the kinks out.
I definitely enjoyed it. It was exciting. It was really
Well,
exciting.
thank you.
That's
And I'm
what's
Mimi?
up. You gonna do one for ladies?
Yeah, I mean, it's a part of the plan. We just got to. It's just harder with weight classes than women. There's just not as much to draw, but it may be a set match or a 4 women fight. We definitely.
Okay.
That's after the next middleweight one, most likely. We talked about doing like a women's and a heavyweight, like maybe women's on Friday, heavyweight on Saturday. So we have a lot of things out there, but I want your input too.
I would like to be. My input is I would either like to be a judge or I want to be the ring girl, so I can hold up the sign.
How about both?
How about both?
Hey, you can
I
both.
am a multitasker. I can multitask. Absolutely. Anything for the sport. Always remember that. I'm
All right, well, I'll get with you, and we'll start doing the judges training together, so you can all be on the same page with us.
absolutely. Yes, sir. Just tell them do
Hilarious.
whatever Regina says, and we
Be
do
on
it.
time. That's what they
Hey,
say.
Willie,
Yes, sir.
I heard Vito training, man.
That's good.
We all train.
That's very good.
He gave me a call.
Yeah, he gave me one too.
Yeah, man.
Are you letting it be known, huh?
Right, don't
Huh?
they? They always try to get lined up right, don't they?
Trav, usually people I do set fights don't come back, huh?
Nah.
Ask Ryan.
Mm-mm. Oh my. Oh my. Oh my.
3 rounds is kind of tough.
3 rounds is tough, man.
You know me. I'm used to being on this stage.
Hey,
A
3
lot of
rounds
people
is
ain't used to
tough.
being on this stage up here. Be me.
Absolutely. I wasn't here. I didn't do it. I'm new at this. I've never done this before, so y'all don't ask me any questions. I'm along for the ride.
Nah, you better be on. You better be on for longer than that. Just to ride. You
But
better be the driver.
3-minute
You better be
rounds.
the driver.
2-minute rounds. I'm sorry. That's me. That's where I'm gonna be for 2 minutes.
Uh-oh, Mike Bay said we got 3 of his picks to win on here.
What'd he say? Let me see it. What he talking?
You don't see this on the
You don't
screen?
see on the screen?
Wait.
He
Oh
said
wait,
right
I have to
there on here.
scroll down. Sorry guys. My 3.
There go number 4.
Scaring me now.
There go number 4.
Chris!
Hey!
Chris!
There go number 4.
Oh man,
Oh, we got the whole
man,
squad of
everybody
I know
got
we
somebody in the
know
corner
Mike
with
Bay
them.
3 on this camera. This is not planned. This is just CTE. This is not planned at all.
I told you this was an experience.
Absolutely.
Oh,
Did not
goodness.
see that coming.
No.
We got a whole bunch of comments. I can't even scroll through all of these. But yes, Rashad. I think it's gonna be some hard hitting and late shots. Well, you know.
I don't think it's gonna be any late
I'm
shots.
not-
I don't think
I'm
it's gonna be
too
no
old
late
for
shots.
that.
Might
and
be
I have
one,
kids.
but there won't be any more.
Ain't no fights.
I'm ripping off arms and checking pockets. No, I'm just playing.
Yeah, buddy.
Why get a baby head knot though?
What?
I see Cam over there with a look.
You know, because
Cam gonna get his. Before Cam come in, we're gonna have to check his
He had already
arms
let
and
it
his
be known that
legs, and we're
AKA.
gonna have to make sure he good.
So
Well-
I'm sure that man remember from AKA though. You hit me after the break. It's
No. So you living in the past. Don't do that.
oh no. You better take that pass to your future. So
I-
you be looking up at your future.
No, sir. You see,
Dustin, I haven't forgot about it, Dustin. We gonna do it.
what's
Yes.
that?
Oh, Florida.
Hey, we gonna do it. But sorry, let's get on to when all right. So let me ask y'all this:
Yes, sir.
how did Jesse approach y'all about fighting these? I know how Cam's came about.
Right.
It
Y'all
happened.
know
It
how
happened.
Cam's came about. Cam's a bully, so we do know that. Let's move on past that.
Listen, Cam was just
Cam ain't no bully.
I know Cam. You know I love you, and that was just out of
I ain't
the.
asking nothing else.
Is it just a plane ticket?
No.
No,
PayPal
PayPal
transaction.
transaction. That's all I asked for.
He just wanted to be included.
Yeah, just let it be known.
We
Well,
was at AKA.
we
We
were-
was at battle. We was at battle. You mean?
Battle.
And I
We-
had a few people had kind of told me that before I went to battle, Chris Red had told me that Jesse was looking for me. And I honestly thought maybe to help him judge kind of thing. And then he told me that he was bringing it to Texas and that he had been talking to people about putting on a show. And he said he wanted me to kind of see if I could get some fighters and some people. And I was like, well, out here is not many women. And then he said, well, what do you think about you? And I said, I'm old, but we'll see what happens. And then definitely he wanted Lump. And he wanted to talk to us about if we, were in it for the sport or if we were in it just to, kind of back him. And I said, I'm all in it for all of that. We had been missing karate for so long. And then to finally get it back, it's actually like, it's a gift now to me. I look at it that way. I'm not able to do it like I would like to and want to, but just to be around my family and my friends and just to missing all you guys, even you stink boys I'm looking at right now. You all stink. I did miss you all. And so just to get back. And then again, the other thing is he's bringing it to Texas right now. Again, with no tournaments, we only have a couple, 1 or 2 here a year that kind of put Texas on the spotlight. So right now with him doing it with a bunch of Texas fighters, some of the best that we still have to offer in the country, then I just wanted to be a part of it. And then that was it. And Stink Boy over here on my left over here, he comes along with the package. Lump, Stink Boy.
Lump. Stank.
Sir.
That's it, Stink.
Yeah, stank.
It's so crazy because I talked to Jesse and then I went and fought and then I talked to Alex. It was like, damn.
What was I thinking?
What do I supposed to do? But I was like, I wasn't in full train mode then, so it was like, I don't want to be fighting both weekends like that. But my body ain't got it on like that now. I'm a little over the hump hill of that. 18, 19. Let's go everywhere. Let's do it. But
That quick recovery. Yeah.
And
That
it
no quick
also has to do
recovery.
with you being a parent. Your children wear you out.
Yeah. Who?
I said it has to do with you being a parent. Your children do wear you out.
That too.
That's right.
Yes.
Yeah. When Jesse asked, I was down for it. I didn't know who I was fighting yet.
Yeah, none of us knew that right away.
So it was like, oh, okay, cool. Well, Vito, how
That
much?
was fun.
Okay, well, I'll weigh this, but don't worry. By the time the fight come, I'll be at this. So
Yeah.
Are you heavier than
Have you fought Vito before, Willie?
me, yeah, it's
Yeah.
on YouTube.
Yeah, they fought a lot even when they were kids. You don't remember
really?
some of those fights when we were
No,
at SCS?
none of that's on YouTube.
I don't remember Vito as a kid.
Our adult fight is on YouTube.
Gotcha. Okay.
That's all I'm gonna say. And I'm not that same lump then, so I'm gonna leave it at that. Y'all know I talk that,
Uh-oh.
but
Hey.
Hey.
He caught it. He caught it. He was good. We didn't have
Ain't wrong right
Black
now.
belt, he has control.
yeah,
Go ahead, put the camera on Chris. Let me see here how he came about. Come on, Chris.
That's the think boy number
Before
2.
you even say anything, Chris, you know what you got to say.
I can't do it.
Ain't gonna do
you
it.
gotta pan it.
Yeah.
I gotta get out of
It's
there.
a,
What's
it's a.
up? Y'all finish y'all interviews. Y'all finish y'all interviews and enjoy yourselves. Talking to Texas, how y'all doing?
Absolutely.
There you go.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Representing
but
the great
I'm
state.
assuming y'all you ready, Chris. You fought Ant a couple times, right?
No comment.
His name is the Black Belt Slayer, sir.
And you know where that name came from?
Huh?
You know where that name came from?
No, I mean I know where the name came from, but I didn't know what person it came off of.
Yeah, that person ended up letting him have that name.
Okay.
So
Same one you about to fight, I think.
Oh, you just gonna? I was trying to figure it out, Regina. Thank you.
No problem. That's my job, is to put stuff on blast. That's what I do. If you haven't remembered.
player. Yeah,
That's what I do.
I'm dead.
it's gonna be
I don't know
live.
what it
It's
is.
gonna be. It's gonna be.
It's
lit.
gonna be great.
live.
I can't wait. I actually can't wait to get this going and to see. I've never actually been in this pay-per-view thing like this before, so it's actually going to be kind of unique and different. And then to see how it's actually going to be structured and ran from a fighter's perspective. I'm interested.
Have you guys been able to
Corona
watch
ruining my life.
Have you guys been able to watch the other fights? Obviously.
Yes.
Yeah, and just kind of seeing the format and how
bit,
it's set
yes,
up
sir.
and like the timing and things like that. The
Yes,
space.
sir.
Are you guys gonna be in a ring or are you gonna be like in a regular like mat at karate
We're
ring?
gonna be on the mat.
I'm mad.
We don't train in the ring. We're not gonna fight in the ring. We're gonna be on the mat.
Okay. All right.
We're gonna
I
be
need to be
mat.
comfortable in the ring. Yes, sir. That's important. That's important. And make sure no groin kicks, because lump kick people in the groin all the
Oh
time.
Lord have mercy, Mimi. Lord have mercy, Mimi.
Chris, you quiet over there.
What happened? What y'all want me to do? Like, I'm just enjoying the show with them.
That's
I'm
right.
just
Clouds.
You guys have
checking
any
in.
questions for us or anything?
Who? What about that 2-hour meeting that you had the other day? You want to talk about that?
Who? What you talking about?
You
What meeting, sir? I don't know.
with the promoter.
Oh, the Zoom?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, the Zoom meeting.
Mhm.
I don't know. You have it on your mind, sir. You speak on it.
I'm fighting on it.
Me too. Look, me too. Don't be blasting me. I'm the blaster, sir. I told you that.
See, Walk, you coming here?
For what? For Texas?
Yes.
I might. I've been trying, but well, we got to figure it out.
Yeah, it's probably cheaper to fly to Houston and then ride with us, but I don't know. Check tickets are limited.
That's what I was. Well, I was going to do that. Because where's it at?
It's in San Antonio.
San Antonio.
Yes,
Oh,
sir. That's about 2.5. I can get us there in a little bit less than that. But that's
is it gonna
about
be at
2
home
hours.
school?
Yeah.
Is it gonna be at? Whose school is it gonna be at?
That I can't
know his
say.
name.
Oh, you can't say. Okay.
Yeah,
No,
I
Can't say
know
and don't
his
know. Let's say that because I don't think we know yet. It's gonna be more of a
I don't know. I don't know him, so I can't say his name. I don't know him.
Gotcha.
But
Gotcha.
He's from New York. He got a school in San Antonio. I really don't know the guy's name. What's that guy's name?
Oh, I think I know you're
John
talking about.
Claude. John Claude.
John Clark.
Lee Erzon. Lee Erzon. Lee.
Lowerson.
What he said. That man right there. What you
See,
talking?
I don't know it. I can point him out in the mugshot. I can point him out for you, but I
we
don't
just
know.
letting everything hang out today. We just letting
That's
all
true.
the secrets
They
out. All right,
blasted
let's go.
So, Regina, do
happens
you know
to
the girl you're
CTE?
fighting?
Yes, sir. Her name is Alyssa. We fought a lot of times. She's just
Okay.
a little bit younger than me, of course, but she has been
Where's she
getting
from?
better. And every time that we fought, she has gotten a lot better and pushed me. And then last year at where were we? Gypsy Open, I believe, in July of last year, she beat me. And then we fought like one other time last year, and then she was actually the last fight in February here at a local tournament before the corona stuff happened. She was my last fight, and I barely won in overtime. So I want us to fight again because she's getting better and she pushes me real hard. So
That's what's up.
that when he asked me about, someone that I could fight with, I wanted, of course, someone that was active, and then for someone to push me, and we can put on a good show, especially for the ladies and especially for Texas.
What a way to put it out there, Gina. That a girl. That's what I'm talking
Yes,
about.
yes.
Cam, you fought.
I'm
I'm sorry.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
Cam, you fought Chance before?
Yes, sir.
Mm-hmm. He ain't gonna. That's it. He said
that's on YouTube too. He said that's on YouTube too.
I got on YouTube everybody now.
Anything else? Because that's all you need to know. That he's fought him before. Don't even ask.
Yeah, you already know it's gonna be yes, sir. Doing my best.
Cam straight to the point. He's not letting anything out.
Absolutely. Cam said he on it. He zipped the lips. Zip it.
Jean-Claude put in here Karate International San Antonio.
Bam. See, he listening. Hey, Mr. Sir. See you later.
See you soon.
There, what you said. That's it.
Yo, all right.
A bet and body is on. What do you want today?
That football game on. Ain't nobody watching that? Y'all talking karate right now, huh?
Hey,
Absolutely. That's more important. Karate.
Casey winning, right?
Exactly.
KC won already, sir. They were the first game.
Yeah, Dallas is losing 21-0. If it matters to anybody.
Jesus, to who?
Arizona.
That's what I was gonna say. They took our wide receiver Hopkins. Yeah, that's.
Oh yeah.
But that's all right. I like Fitzpatrick or Fitzgerald, whatever his name. Larry Fitzgerald. That's it.
That's right a bit.
That's it. A lot of bit is bit.
More important.
So so what's next for this show? You guys are doing a great job. I keep seeing it on Facebook, and I'm loving all these people putting back in karate and starting these shows. So
Well, I'm glad you asked that, Regina.
Yeah,
Our next thing that we're trying to do is hey people, sponsor us.
Okay, we're gonna work on that.
some advertisement dollars. That's where we're going with this. I know. Well, see, this is the funny thing about us is that I know we have a huge impact in our sport. We're not as big as some of the other ones, but the impact that this show and Inside Scoop, because they've been doing a great job with these interviews.
Interviews have been great. Yeah.
I want to say some of the people that they have lined up, but I'm not going to say it until they signed it. But I'm just going to say some of the people they have lined up are bigger than our sport. Bigger than are bigger than our sport. Are bigger than. Probably bigger than martial arts. One of the people. I'm just gonna put it that way.
Okay.
But they have some people lined up. And I'm just looking at it from the standpoint of us being able to keep doing this, keep pushing things forward, asking the questions, because I've always set out this martial arts internet network to be a little bit different. I didn't want to just cover the sport and just report, but actually have opinions, thought pieces. Get really into the psyche of the people who are competing on and really to get people to see the characters that people have. Which is I'm going to ask when Raw starting back up.
You're right. I want to do it, sir. I actually do. I've been missing it. I just, with everything going on in the world,
I know.
I
say whenever you're ready, whenever you are ready,
sir, we're gonna make that happen.
It's here.
I promise. Because Lump and I, we were talking about that we really wanted to start doing that again, but we just weren't sure. Again, with everything going on and everybody kind of not saying we're not as one as karate family, but right now our focus was on our livelihood when it comes to what's going on in the world and in different places and the protests and the voting now, all of that good stuff. So we kind of wanted to make sure everything kind of died down. And then we wanted to come back with some fresh and new ideas with school and everything for Lump and I. And then everything, we're focused a lot on that. And so right now, my outlet is only my girls in school. So I don't think I have a lot to give back to you unless it's going to be about what's going on in the world right now. And I'm not sure everybody ready for that.
Hey, I don't mind. Like I said, when I had you guys do your show, I was like, look, you guys be yourselves.
Right.
Whatever y'all want to talk about, y'all can talk about. But Ben, you have to chill.
Yes,
I'm just sorry.
absolutely.
It's not stupid on point.
We gotta do it.
Court martial arts dictionary, yes. And Alex is cute for the girls. Ben, you gotta chill.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You gotta
chill.
cute for the girls. But we're gonna bring one more person in here. Mr. K Walk,
Oh,
who was
what?
coaching,
Snap.
who's been a part of
Hey,
it.
clean it up, baby.
Are you
What's
going down to
going on?
Texas?
Man, so the funny thing is, I was talking to Miss Thompson a couple weeks ago, and we were planning on doing it, but life came so fast.
It does.
Man, this
It
weekend
happens.
is here, so no, I'm not
Yes.
going to make it. So I will be at home viewing
This
it
will be the
like
first
everybody else.
virtual fight tour that you're not a part
I was
of.
gonna say this is the first time you're gonna be home.
The only
Yeah.
one, yeah.
That's
But
all
hey,
right. Sometimes it works
we
like
still
that.
got a couple days though.
That's it. It's never
Hey,
too late. It's never too late until we start. I'm telling you. Because if you can't meet me here in Houston, you can definitely meet me in San Antonio. I got you, brother.
there you go.
I got you.
All right.
Don't rely on Lump though, because he all over the place. He might leave you at the bus station or at the red light because he fall asleep at stop signs.
Oh man,
I'm not gonna dive
No,
into
he can't
that
even say nothing.
because I don't want to know why he's falling asleep at the stop sign. I can guess, but I'm leaving it alone.
Don't entertain,
All right.
don't entertain dumb stuff.
I am enjoying being able to converse with my picks though.
These are all your picks.
So these are
Come
your
on,
picks as
tell me.
well.
We listening. We listening.
Yeah, my
2,
picks.
3, and 4. Yeah.
Go back on that co-main event.
Oh, you boy, you better watch it.
So
What'd you
who was the other fight? Oh, it's Tyson and
Tyson
Jason.
and
the two juniors, right?
Tyson,
Jason and Alex, and then Tyson and what's his name? Miguel.
Miguel.
Now
Yes.
Alex is from Texas, right?
Yes, sir. Brownsville.
Where is he? Like what school? Like who's he? How far is he from you
Eva.
guys?
You know Eva Ramirez. I think you know her.
Yeah.
That's her son.
That's her son.
Down in
real?
Brownsville. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
He's been around us forever. You probably just don't remember him. When she was competing, he was younger. And if you check out our Facebook, his birthday was yesterday or today, and she has some baby pictures up. You'll probably remember seeing him around. Yes.
Yesterday.
He's been around. He's got history.
That's
Yo,
what's up.
Kev, you got Ant or you got Red?
Oh boy.
I got
Keep it
Ant.
Keep it a
I got
hundred.
Ant.
No. He said Kev. He didn't say
said
Trav.
Kevin. He didn't say
Oh, I
Travis.
thought you said.
Oh,
Who? Oh, Ant fighting on the card.
Yeah,
fight
brother.
Chris.
You got
And Mike
Ant.
Johnson.
Now you don't know he on the card.
Oh.
Now you don't know who on the card.
Oh.
Do we need to post a card?
right?
I want to send y'all a card to post it. So
We
we
talking
can
about
For virtual fighter 2.
Who
You
you?
crazy for that, bro.
Oh.
me?
No.
That.
Willie said
Like
not
that.
Ant for
Why would you
virtual
say that
fighter
out loud,
2.
man?
That's
Keep
what I'm
your
saying.
mouth
Like
to
he
yourself.
fought on the last one, right?
He did, but Ant,
And he on this one too.
he just saying he didn't like the way he looked on that one. That's
I didn't say nothing like that. I just said that man had brought a chair to the ring. That's all I said.
you said
You should have brought a chair to the ring.
stop, Lump.
What? No, you want to crack jokes, Mimi? Let's crack them.
I crack jokes on the people in front of me, sir, on you.
You don't think that Ant learned from that experience? You don't think so?
He fought good. Cam, you know me. He fought good. He fought good. But I think this is not the same Chris that he fought 4 years ago, though.
Right.
That's all I'm gonna say.
Well, I got Red. I got Chris. I'm putting my money on my brother. I always do. And my people and all of that. But
Out the air.
Like,
say it again.
hey, all right. So
Out the air, Mimi.
all right, I'm gonna be a man about it. He just asked me real. Every fight on the card, I'm so sure about. That's the one fight that I don't know.
Okay.
I thought you said you didn't know he was
I
fighting.
gotta watch it.
Hell no.
No, that's what I'm saying. He just told me. So that's what I'm saying. Like
Okay.
I analyzed all the other fights. I know my picks. And out of that fight right there, man, I gotta watch and see it, man. Get my popcorn ready.
Already. Get your popcorn ready, homie.
Hey, he doing that Travis Ninja splitting on the fence line right there.
No. I picked.
I
made a
the last second right before on the way.
Don't go there, people. I made a prediction. I picked Jack. So don't go there. But I will say that I will agree with Kevin in saying that I think all the other ones are clear cut for me. But that one has the most. I can see it going either way. But I still think because it's 3 rounds, I'm going to go with Ant.
And y'all know Chris hungry, right?
Yep.
Everybody on the card hungry. That's why they agreed to
I'm
it.
trying to figure out, Kim, what's
Nah, man, people be fake hungry. They don't know what's up.
Yeah.
You right. You right about that though. Now we gonna see.
Cam, who do you have with that?
Cam, you know I'm really finna unleash this boy. You know I'm finna unleash him this time around.
Now we getting civilized.
You've been around him since the day that he broke loose in the black belt division. You was there the first time he fought.
Throw a chair. It was up. My man was going to throw a chair across the ring. That
was a little down the line.
The battle with
That was Atlanta. We're not talking about that. We talking about that last time.
That one.
That was entertaining. I was standing there like, oh.
I don't know who he was training with at that time.
Cam, who do you have, Cam? Because you throwing up some pros and cons on both sides. I want to know who you have in that fight.
I think I got Ant.
And why do you pick Ant?
That's the homie.
Oh, well,
but I'm biased because it's a little bit deeper than just on the mat. So yeah. So that's definitely the only reason.
I got you. Other than experience,
but I do know that mindset that Chris is bringing. That shit dangerous.
And that's what I was gonna say. For Chris,
I know when I see one, he one of the ones. We definitely not gonna fake.
Oh, okay. Yes, I got you. I've seen Ant fight a million times. I've seen Chris fight a million times. I just think Ant may have a slight advantage just because of the experience, but the way Chris trains, the way his mindset is, his hunger, his ability, his athleticism. If I had to bet on it, and I don't bet, if I had to, I'd bet on Chris just because I see him in a different manner. And
underdog.
I personally like Ant better at 180, 189.
Okay.
Personally,
what are they fighting at now? That I don't know. What is the weight for them?
Well, no. It's however they show up. I personally just like Ant better as a middleweight. I seen a little bit more agility on him at 180, 189. Definitely.
But I can honestly say the times that I've seen Ant look his best throughout the years that I've known him, it was always when he was smaller. I know that one year when he went to the camp, Jody's camp, he was told some things, and then the next time I saw him, he was like skinny, and I didn't know that was him, kind of almost. So, and that was that year. During that time, I think I had just gotten a part of K-Top, I think, a couple of years ago, and I think when I saw him, he was smaller then, and he looked faster, fresher. I think he does look his best at that smaller weight. I do, but you get hit by Chris.
What is he at now?
I'm sorry.
That's the
weighing now?
Oh,
that's
that I don't know. What is long? Do you know what they're weighing in for that fight?
They don't have to weigh in. It's
whatever you show up.
It's just whatever you show up at. That's the difference.
Well, I mean, what they put on the
on the tail of the tail. I don't know.
You go.
And over 200 pounds.
And what is Chris, like 180, 190?
Nah, we can't. I can't get him down that much.
Oh, well, he looks small. Out there. He looks small.
I want to see if we can. I want to see if I can find out how much he's weighing out here.
I can pull up the card, but it's on my
red close to his normal weight.
Okay, all right. I think I remember what that is. I got you. Yeah. Okay,
but
what's up?
He's healthy.
Carlos,
what's up?
Who you got? I missed it. I forgot what you told me.
Carlos, that's my Los. Big lump. Tell me
what you got.
So here's my thing. Chris just brings a different type of energy to the fight, right?
Yes, sir.
That it becomes a fight and not just a point fight. And when I say that, I don't mean that like it's like it's just a different energy to the fight, right?
Absolutely.
And is more of a technical fighter, I think. So I think honestly, I'm not gonna go on a fence.
Okay.
I'm gonna say with my New York pride. I'm gonna rock with my New York. Rock with my New York in the house.
There we go.
220.
Nobody says no answers.
220 and 215.
Yeah.
220 and 215. I see it. Okay.
That's what they weighed in before all of this. But
right. I'm sure that's not Corona and pandemic weight.
220 is 220.
I don't know. Not in Texas. 220 and take up 2 car spaces.
Yeah. Chris, did you make your prediction?
Nobody asked me. Nobody cares what I think.
I'm making my rounds. I ain't got back yet.
Chris,
I'm just making sure.
All right. See what?
I got Chris.
Why you I got the same name?
Nah, they ain't even like that. Just what I saw from Ant and what I know from Chris. Like Los was talking about with that energy. Ant's very smart, very technical. He seemed to pick up on a lot of the adjustments from the Brandon fight, but he got settled. Chris, you can't sit on.
Yeah, he got you know
what I mean? And it's a go. It's a different go.
3 rounds of it.
So now and
3 rounds
that was my only thing because that's my only holdup because I've seen Chris get a little tired sometimes, but I know that he has knowing that he's got a 3-round fight coming for it to train specifically for a 3-round fight. I think he'll do what is necessary to push that.
Yes,
it's gonna be interesting, man. Like that, like I said, like that fight is the one to me is the.
But it is the one. It is the only one where it's like.
If any of the other ones, it'll be an upset. If any of the others, this one, I would not call an upset. Okay. I wouldn't call it upset. I would just be like, I can see that.
I think if Ant doesn't respond well to being hit, like really being hit, if he doesn't respond well,
or get down and can't get his way back into the fight.
Yeah, I think if he doesn't respond well to that, I've seen him get down and be able to come back into a fight and come close, right?
If it's close, I think Ant makes mistakes. If it's either other way, if he's down, I think Ant comes roaring back and makes it can make a.
I'm making a momentum fight because Ant's a momentum fighter as well.
One of the best times I ever saw Ant fight is when he fought what's his name? You know
what's his name? Don't scratch your neck, scratch your head.
Shut up. What? Paul Mitchell, you know your teammate over there, Laszlo and
teammate.
Tomas.
No, the other one.
Zolt.
That's what you said. Zolt. Remember when they fought?
I ain't saying that. I don't know when they fought.
Ant fought him very good.
Where was we, Love? Where were we when we saw him fight? And then they called a timeout or something happened, and then his mindset changed. He had.
That's what I'm saying. Like, Ant will be a different fighter from the beginning of the fight to the end of the fight, and in every in between. Like, he's not consistent. So, like, for me, over 3 rounds, at some point, the better Ant is going to come out. And I'm just like, all right, I just think at some point the better Ant's going to come out. If it was 1 round, I probably would pick Chris. But with 3 rounds, I said this before, I'm like, I just think at some point the experience kicks in at some point over that 3 rounds, and I think Chris may end up. I mean, Ant pulls it out some way, and I think Chris gets up on him, and Ant just ends up coming back somehow.
Josh, what do you think?
I was gonna say Josh is the last one. Josh, it's on you.
Great. So just from watching the pro point, the 2 rounds conditioning. You know, if I knew who conditioned athlete, that'd be the easiest choice, right? But I'm actually exact opposite of you. Travis, but similar. I think if it's a 1-round fight, I would pick Ant. But in a 3-round fight, I'm going with Chris. I think his pressure and his conditioning is going to pay off. Now, I've seen Ant in great condition, and I know he could get there. But if I had a bet on conditioning, I'd have to bet on Chris's conditioning. Once again, 1-round fight, I probably would go with Ant all day. 3-round fight, I think Chris can lean on him. So that's just from quick thought on it.
That's it. That's a good, valuable opinion. Good insight. I love it. I love it. So who else? You said that one would be kind of the heads up. What do you guys think besides that main event? And I think
so who do you got in the Jason and Alex fight? So y'all got Jason and Alex fight.
Alex. I got Alex.
I got Jason.
Put those fights up.
I got Jason.
Hold on, let me find it real quick.
I got Alex.
Tyson and Miguel.
I got Tyson.
Yeah.
Hold on, let me find it. Where is it?
I have
Jason and Alex.
I have Mr. Awesome. Mr. Awesome.
I have Alex, of course. Alex.
I gotta go with Jason, man.
Do you?
Yeah, after seeing him in Chicago, actually, I was impressed by Jason after watching him in Chicago.
I've seen him a few times fight, but I just think Alex got it. And I think that again, that could be my bias side. I know when Alex is on, he's on. I seen him with his first time fight Lump in adults, or Lump told me about it, and he was kind of on, and Lump had to step it up. But when he fights in that junior division and some of those other juniors, I've seen him step it up. So as long as his mentality, I know his conditioning and his training is on point. We worked out a couple weeks ago, but I think as long as his mindset stays calm, he's going to have a great coach. So I think that he can. I think Alex will pull it out. He's on our home turf. I think he's going to want it for the home team.
All right. What about you, Lo?
So honestly,
Love.
you said me, right? Trev?
Yeah.
Yeah, Los.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I personally don't really know either one of the fighters, although I did see the Alex kid fight at Compete this year. And he beat Powell.
Yep.
All right, Chris, that same dude, right?
Yeah, same kid.
I thought he was really aggressive. He was like an aggressive fighter. I don't know the Jason kids. I don't know if he's like a kicker or whatever. But I feel like if Jason was a kicker, the Alex kid would probably get caught with a few kicks trying to come in and trying to.
The Alex can kick too. Don't let that fool you. He can kick. He just doesn't.
Yeah, he could kick, but he could kick. He has 2 arms and 2 legs.
Stop
Yeah,
it.
there you go, Cam. Yeah, there you go. Go Cam.
But that don't mean I can kick. I can't kick. He can kick. He does forms.
No, I feel you.
Most sports people can kick.
No, I'm gonna go with the Alex kid just because I've seen him fight. And I like his spirit and his aggressiveness. Not aggressive, but his he has a fighter spirit. So
Right.
I would probably go with him. I don't really know him, but like I say, from what I saw of him, that's what I would pick. I don't know the
Okay,
other kid though.
Who's next? Who's next on the list?
It's on me
Okay.
for this one. All right, yeah,
Yeah.
both of these young fighters are awesome. I've watched them both, but styles make fights, and I think like this is going to be a tough one. And 3 rounds is going to just really test everybody's gas tank. But I'm picking Jason.
Oh, okay. And why would you pick Jason?
Oh man, Jason's versatility, man. Like the crazy thing is he has a leg out of this world, but then he has the blitzing ability and his movement is crazy. Now Alex is super aggressive. Now I watched him fight literally exactly about a year ago. He fought one of my guys, Devin Watson, and that was a great fight. And he really showed me some exceptional skills. And I know his confidence is through the roof right now, so it's going to be a really good match. But I think Jason's going to make the adjustments because I've seen him do multiple round matches, and I've seen him fight differently in the 2 different rounds, as well as tailor his fight based on who he's fighting. So, I think in this style, in this setting, that's just my pick. This was a second toss-up for me, but like I said, all my other picks were solidified. Man, and just ask me that Sunday before they fight about Chris and Ant. I'll give y'all an answer because both of those guys are my guys. $100,000 for sure.
Okay, who's next?
Hey, Kev, did Jason fight up at in Ireland on adult teams, right?
Oh yeah, Jason was on the adult team for sure.
Yep.
And he
did really well, right?
He definitely held his weight. He and Hector were carrying a heavy load for sure.
Oh yeah.
And what team did they fight on? Is that the top team?
Top 10 USA.
Yes, top 10. I remember seeing
and
it.
they did really well. They were like, I guess not the B team, but the other team, and they did really, really well.
It's funny. I believe I was talking to Seawalk last week, and I was like, I could have sworn that was the A team. Like, am I mistaken? Like, that was a real conversation, right?
Yes, that was a real conversation. We legitimately just had
a real conversation. You didn't get hit in the head. You are right.
A lot of times I have dreams about these conversations. So,
That's
a lot of times I'm living deja vu.
Right.
So,
okay, who's next?
You said you have dreams?
Who's
Can
the
I
next
interject?
Josh, who you got, Josh?
Jason, I like Alex a lot. The kid's a sharp kid, phenomenal talent. But I'm kind of with y'all. I think Jason's versatile. I mean, I saw him fight in Chicago, and he was thumping people, following up, super aggressive. And I like Alex. I do, but I go with Jason. I saw him fight the adults too. That kid, Alex is confident, but Jason's full of confidence, man. That guy had no problem stepping up on that level of Irish Open and just putting it on.
That's what impressed me the most about him, because when he was in Chicago, he had a target on his back, and they were going at that little boy, and I was just looking at him like, all right, he's stepping up and he's smoking. Like, he had a target on his back, and that's what impressed me, that he didn't wilt under that pressure that everybody had going after him.
Got
it.
I never seen Jason fight, so I would have to do my research on it.
Okay. Gotcha. Have you seen Alex fight, Cam?
One time. I I think I saw him and Akil.
Yes.
I think that might have been
AKAs. It was the AKAs.
Yeah, I was back and forth. I had a junior fighter in the female group, so I really didn't get to know.
And then right after
How did
that
that
fight,
turn out? I didn't even know they fought each other. How did that go? 'Cause
Alex.
I didn't know
Alex won.
I just
won.
passing.
Alex won, and then the next fight, Alex fought Jason.
And
And Jason beat him.
Jason won.
Jason beat him, and he hit him with some
And
kick.
yeah, got off on him. Jason got off on him.
Yeah,
Okay.
and then Tyson and Jason fought in the finals. Yeah, so that was
Okay,
that.
gotcha.
Okay.
All right.
Long-
So everybody gave their pick on that one.
Yeah, Love already said Alex.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I gotta go with Alex just because, like, you know, this not tournament training right now.
Right.
That's the best thing about it right now. It's one fight, one person,
one fighter. Yeah, you zone in on what you need to do.
I got more time than I needed to be able to study one person. Like all the adjustments you made before during fights. I got to study it. I got to see it. I got to see when somebody put some pressure on you, what you look like in the corner. I got to see it.
Right.
You know, so you guys, can y'all tell me about this Manuel kid? Is he down there in Texas?
Yes.
Manuel?
Yeah, man, I've never seen him fight, so I have no idea
He's on
anything about him.
Gypsy. Not
He's
him.
on Gypsy?
I think he's still on Gypsy, isn't he?
I got Tyson winning by 10.
Oh my God.
Can you grab my mask?
Well, yeah, he's from down in the valley, also somewhere not far from Alex, I believe.
Not far from somewhere.
Okay, I've never seen him, so
I got Tyson winning by 10.
Now,
I got Tyson too on that one. Tyson
can I
has
have
too much experience and just all around. He's too athletic. He's too smart. He's
hungry.
ring savvy. He's got everything. I think he's gonna win. I can't say he's gonna win by 10 like lump.
Okay.
Because I think Alex just wants to. I'm not Alex. I'm sorry. Manny wants to get out there and he wants to put on a show. He's hungry.
Show.
Say it again, Lon. What'd you say?
It's gonna be a show, all right.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm telling y'all, man, it's gonna be a live show.
I'm sorry. Let me stop.
No, that's lump.
Hey, well, you wanted to say something, so go ahead.
Yeah. Before my phone dies, and I gotta run in the Target real quick. Cam, what's the word for this week, brother? What I gotta do to get some work with you, brother? Can I text your phone and do something?
Oh my. Oh.
I thought we was gonna do something on Wednesday. What's up?
I didn't hear nothing about it. So let me know. And
I didn't know he was here. He didn't want to spread that word to nobody.
I will pay for the chance to get some work with this guy. So let me know. Let me know what the session costs, and I'll be there.
Already, bro. I'm gonna text away. I got you.
Us.
And don't forget me. I'll be not texting me.
All right,
don't forget me too.
Cam, when you
Y'all
coming
have a
down
great
to
evening.
Texas,
I'm
you
about to
coming
buy-
Friday or you coming Saturday?
Friday, man.
Okay. All right. I'll have to holler at you and get
We'll
in between.
We'll be down there.
Be down there Friday. I'm gonna drop my children off because you can't have children at the thingy. I have to drop my kids off after they get out of school, and then we'll be heading down sometime on Friday.
All right. Well, we covered a lot today.
We did, and I had a great time.
We went from Pro Point to Virtual Fight Tour 3. So I'm gonna get out of here.
Yeah, we are. And we got to do this again next week so we can give a report on how everything went. So we'll plan on this again next week.
Let me know. Who so I can be putting my bets in.
What's up? Oh,
Say it again.
we got the same pick, man. Get
I
out of here.
already talked about this. I'll be the house.
Where the
I'll
virtual
give everybody odds on all these different fights. I'm just letting you know I'll be the house. So,
look, let me put my
I'm just happy I got to win a little bit of money at the Pro Point event and I didn't have to fight.
Already.
Look,
I ain't get to go.
I got you, bro.
Follies with me. Let me go.
Look, I got you.
There. Come on. Let me go put my money up in there.
Look,
huh?
I got you. I'll go ahead and put a ban on Ant.
Ooh. Talk to me, baby. I got.
Come on, then. Can I get a piece
got you.
But
I
got children.
Hey,
I
got you. The text, baby. I got you.
And I hold it for both of you because I ain't going anywhere.
I got $2. I got $2
hilarious.
and a Gatorade with a ham and cheese sandwich for mine. That gonna me. I'm
ain't no brick. Hello.
Wow, hilarious. All right, before we get in trouble, Jesse gonna be texting me like, Travis, what the? I'm like, hey, I didn't have nothing to do with this.
I didn't do. I wasn't even here. Tell him I wasn't here.
Anyway, before the commission shuts us down, we got to get out of here. Thanks, Cam, Josh, Mimi, Lump.
Thank you.
I'm gonna throw that real
Red.
quick. Low,
Red.
hey, I gotta throw it real quick.
Hey, always to the day we die, baby.
Yes, sir. All right. Yeah, we gotta get out of here. We got no music, so we'll see y'all later.
We'll see y'all
Peace,
next week
people.
after the
Thank
virtual
y'all.
fight
Good night.
tour. Everybody
it
log
easy.
on, support us. We support you. Let's get it. Great state of Texas, baby.
You
We're trying
walk.
to show y'all
What
something.
up, baby?